NBA insider Bill Simmons has said that the New York Knicks will be landing either one of Giannis, Embiid, or Donovan Mitchell within the next year. This is a huge story, and we're going to talk about it as we always do. So, welcome to Knicks Digest. My name is Chris, and we are going to talk about what Bill Simmons just had to say about the Knicks. Because if you ask Simmons, he believes that the New York Knicks will be landing one of Giannis Antetokounmpo, Joel Embiid, or Donovan Mitchell in the next year. This is a wild story to see Simmons say because he usually is not a big fan of the Knicks. As many people know, he came up as a Celtics blog writer and things snowballed from there. So as a Boston sports fan, he's not a fan of New York sports, but he guaranteed that the New York Knicks will be landing a future star. As he says right here, they'll get one of those guys. I guarantee. Simmons is well known for his love of the Knicks rivals from Boston, and he said that Embiid, Giannis, or Mitchell will be on the team a year from now. The reason that Bill Simmons is saying this is because the Knicks are finally an attractive destination, and he also mentioned how now people do want to go to the Knicks because they're good. And he's not completely wrong with the fact that when you look at the Knicks, one of the big reasons why this team has struggled to land star players is because their pitch has usually been, you are going to change, whichever star they're trying to land, you are going to be the one who changes things. You're going to be the first star to come to the Knicks since Carmelo Anthony. But many players are afraid of doing that, considering when Carmelo did that, they didn't land a second star. Guys are always very, very timid when it comes to being the guy to start a new team, to be the feature guy on a new look team that's going to bring guys in later. It's very often that we don't see players wanting to do that. Carmelo Anthony was a rare breed wanting to do that. So I think that this whole thing is stemmed from the fact that Jalen Brunson looks like an all-star. He looks like a great all-star. The man averaged nearly 30 points per game in the playoffs. He shot 41% from three this season on 24 points per game. Julius Randle was an all-star and all-NBA both for the second time. RJ Barrett is really great. He's continuing to improve. Quentin Grimes is a perfect role player with a high ceiling. Emmanuel Quickley's good. Not only do the Knicks have assets to really go for a star, but they also now just have an appealing market. The New York market is now appealing because it won't be a star player trying to come in there and revive the Knicks. The Knicks have already been revived. It would be a star player coming in there to give the Knicks NBA Finals aspirations because right now they feel like a team that may max out at a second or third round exit, which obviously, especially for the Knicks, has been great. But they're not there yet, and they really are like one superstar away from being a true NBA Finals contender. And now they're in position to get one, and Bill Simmons seems to think they're going to. In my mind, I think that this is possible. I think specifically Donovan Mitchell or Joel Embiid is possible. Giannis, I don't see leaving the Bucks in the next year. If he is going to leave, I think it'll be in free agency. I don't think he's going to get traded. I just can't see the Bucks trying to trade Giannis. It seems like for the most part they try to avoid tanking, and that's exactly what trading Giannis will do. And nobody wants to be the general manager who trades away Giannis Antetokounmpo off the Milwaukee Bucks because of the mutual love there and because of just you're just trading Giannis, and no one wants to do that. It's a really bad look, and unless you get such a king's ransom back that works out well, you are going to be hated in Milwaukee for the rest of your life. So obviously that cannot happen unless Giannis leaves in free agency, if you ask me. That leaves Joel Embiid because the Harden situation is weird. It's very unclear if Harden's even going to play. And then when you look at Donovan Mitchell, it's clear that he was never that interested in going to Cleveland. The Knicks just stomped Cleveland in the first round of the playoffs last spring. And we just know that Cleveland is not where Donovan Mitchell wanted to go. We all know that Donovan wanted to go to the Knicks. He said on JJ Redick's podcast that 2 days before he got traded, he went to bed knowing that he was a New York Knick. And that was his dream. He got to play for his hometown team, or so he thought. And then obviously things changed. The Knicks extended Barrett, and the Donovan Mitchell trade fell to pieces. Something I mentioned in a previous video is that RJ Barrett has a poison pill contract. It's going to be incredibly hard to trade him, which also sort of makes you wonder what's going to happen with the Donovan Mitchell saga, because that sort of angles towards it would make more sense if the Knicks were to go for Embiid. However, if you ask me, because of all the connections, I still think that Donovan Mitchell is the most likely option to go to the Knicks. But we could see Joel Embiid, and just to touch on how it's possible with Giannis outside of free agency, and it really circles to all these three guys, is the Knicks are just an enticing market again. You now go to a team that, if they were to land Donovan Mitchell, who is the worst one out of those three, I don't think anyone would dispute that. The Knicks are a considerably better team that is arguably challenging for the NBA Finals, depending on what they're giving up for Mitchell. But let's just say, because one guy has been traded on a poison pill contract out of the 126 possible at the time of RJ Barrett's extension, let's just say the Knicks trade a package around Quentin Grimes and Evan Fournier's contract, and let's say Emmanuel Quickley and a bunch of picks to the Cavs. That then gives you a starting five of Brunson, Mitchell, Barrett, Julius, Mitchell Robinson, which is better than what they currently have. But if you ask me, the best fit with these guys would be Joel Embiid. Because Mitchell Robinson's a great center, don't get me wrong. I'm a huge fan of Robinson. We saw him absolutely work Jared Allen, which was awesome. We saw him also work Evan Mobley. And he's just been a defensive anchor since he's come to the Knicks. He's the longest tenured Knick on the roster. He has great vibes. He's an excellent rim runner. He plays tremendous rim protecting defense. He's athletic. He's so athletic that he can sort of space the floor, despite the fact that he has no semblance of a jump shot. However, he is not Joel Embiid, the reigning NBA MVP, who averaged 33 points and 10 rebounds last season. Embiid gives them another scoring option while also bringing in as good of defense that Mitchell Robinson plays. Probably much better defense, if you ask me. And just overall gives the Knicks a superstar player and puts Joel Embiid, a guy who probably needs some load management, on a team that's deep and that has a lot of guys who can play on high usage basketball, whether it's Brunson, Barrett, or Randall, because obviously those three guys are not Joel Embiid. They can basically give Joel a backseat for most of the regular season, the way that LeBron has taken one since he's been like 29. And if you look at how old Joel Embiid is right now, he's 29. So it would make sense if Joel Embiid were to start coasting a little bit during the regular season. He got his MVP. He proved to everyone that he's one of the baddest men in the league. And at the end of the day, he's also just shown for a while that he is an absolute superstar and almost certainly can be the best player on a championship team. So I think if the Knicks had their pick, Giannis is the best player there, but he would probably have to play center, which is something he's never done, and then he no longer gets to be the off-ball defensive threat, which he really is. Giannis is an elite help defender more than anything else, while Joel Embiid is just an elite low-block defender. He defends well in the low post, and for someone with his size, his perimeter defense is really nothing to sneeze at, which is just absolutely awesome. And that is really all that we have on this topic today, guys. Make sure to like and subscribe for more videos like this. We know that the NBA season is coming. We know that we're on that grind, but I can't even stress to you guys how crazy this season's going to be, how many videos we're going to be dropping on stuff like this, because remember, Bill Simmons said within the next year. We're now on the clock. We're going to see if the Knicks make a big move. It feels like one will come soon. We all know they're a superstar away. We all know Leon Rose is out there hunting for the best player possible. So I'm thrilled. I cannot wait. We need you guys to tune in for this because things are about to blow up. So make sure to like this video. Make sure to subscribe. Check out our previous videos. They are relevant, and they'll also give you guys a bit of a show into what you guys are going to see come the regular season. And I can't even explain how excited I am for this regular season for the New York Knicks. But that's all we have for today, guys. Have a great day, and remember, go Knicks.